On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
Flu pandemic, global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Coronavirus.
A large family of viruses that can cause illness in humans and animals, which name comes from the crown-like spikes on the surface of the virus, which can be seen under a microscope, and COVID-19 is caused by a specific type of coronavirus known as SARS-CoV-2.
Examples:
Coronavirus antibody test kit. Coronavirus bankruptcy. Considering the situation of coronavirus, organized stopped this year's beer festival.
Dominate.
To have or control a lot of power and influence over somebody or something.
Examples:
Dominate possession. Dominate over the weak. The perspective of his right brain dominates his consciousness.
Agenda.
A list or outline of things to be done, discussed, or considered.
Examples:
Agenda setting. Ambitious agenda. The agenda for the meeting includes discussions on the budget and new project proposals.
Mandatory.
Required by a rule or law, compulsory.
Examples:
A mandatory clause. Mandatory training. Attendance at the meeting is mandatory for all employees.
Lockdown.
An emergency policy for people, communities, or a country to stay where they are, usually due to specific risks, such as COVID-19.
Examples:
Go on lockdown. Lockdown area. The country's prime minister has decided to implement a nationwide lockdown measure.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Virus.
A tiny infectious organic material that causes disease in people, animals, and plants.
Examples:
Spread of the virus. A strain of virus. An infected person in the hospital will likely pass the virus to others.
Inconvenient.
Causing trouble or difficulty, not convenient or suitable.
Examples:
Face an inconvenient truth. Inconvenient for shopping. It was inconvenient for her to go out of her way to pick up the package.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Publicly.
In a manner accessible to or observable by the public, by the government.
Examples:
Publicly accessible record. Publicly financed schools. She publicly denounced the government's mishandling of the economic crisis.
Convenience.
The state of being suitable or opportune.
Examples:
Convenience goods. For convenience sake. They offered the convenience of an installment plan.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
A vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Resonate.
To be filled with a deep echoing sound.
Examples:
Deeply resonate with the consumers. Resonate in the same frequency. The sound resonates well in this theater.
Obstetrician.
A physician who specializes in caring for women during pregnancy, childbirth, and the postpartum period.
Examples:
Obstetrician appointment. Female obstetrician. The new mother was grateful for the support she received from her obstetrician.
Gynecology.
The medical study and treatment of the physiology and diseases of the female reproductive system.
Examples:
Gynecology clinic. Gynecology exam. The gynecology department at the hospital offers state-of-the-art treatments for women's health issues.
Prevalence.
The state or condition of being widespread or common, the extent or frequency of occurrence of a disease or condition in a given population at a specific time.
Examples:
Prevalence rate. High prevalence of a diabetes. The prevalence of allergies has increased in recent years.
Gender.
The range of characteristics of femininity and masculinity and differentiating between them, especially when considering social and cultural differences rather than differences in biology.
Examples:
Gender-blind policies. Dual gender. Cultural norms strongly influence gender expectations.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
victim of a violent crime, violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
communal swimming pool, communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Indicate.
To show, point out, or make known something, often through a sign or a symbol, to suggest or imply something without stating it directly.
Examples:
indicate a preference. Indicate an error. The data indicates that the company's profits have steadily increased over the past quarter.
Apparent.
Able to see or understand easily or clearly.
Examples:
heir apparent. Apparent contradiction. This star is apparent to the naked eye. Shadow. A dark area or shape cast by an object blocking the passage of light, an area in darkness or shade, a reflected image or copy of something, a person, activity, or influence that follows or accompanies someone or something closely and persistently, often in a secretive or ominous manner.
Examples:
shadow cast. Shadow puppetry. The tree cast a shadow over the picnic area, providing relief from the sun.
Domestic.
Relating to or inside a particular country, not foreign or international.
Examples:
domestic airline. A domestic animal. GDP stands for gross domestic product.
Emergency.
A sudden unforeseen crisis usually involving danger that requires immediate action.
Examples:
emergency action. Acute emergency. The president declared a state of emergency.
Non-stop.
Without intermediate stops between source and destination.
Examples:
a non-stop run. Non-stop talk. We tend to choose non-stop flights when we travel.
Trap.
A piece of equipment or hole for catching animals or people. Verb, to catch animals or people and prevent them from escaping.
Examples:
set a trap. Trap an animal. The enemy fell right into the trap.
Abuse.
The use of something in an incorrect or harmful manner.
Examples:
the problem of drug abuse. Victim of sexual abuse. Our company has an audit team that monitors directors for abuse of authority.
Rap.
A type of music characterized by a strong, repetitive beat and lyrics that often focus on social and political issues, a reproach for some lapse or misdeed.
Examples:
Rap music. Get a rap. The new rap album is getting a lot of attention.
Declare.
To say, state, or announce something clearly, officially, or publicly.
Examples:
Declare independence. Declare my love. Foreign goods from abroad must be declared to customs when entering a country.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Distress.
A feeling of great worry, sadness, pain, or discomfort.
Examples:
A signal of distress. Emotional distress. She's been in great distress since she was heartbroken.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Refuge.
The state of being safe or protected from danger, trouble, or difficulty, or a place providing shelter or protection from them.
Examples:
Refuge camp. A harbor of refuge. Some of the émigrés sought refuge in this country.
Resort.
A place where many people go for rest, sport, or another stated purpose. Verb turn to or take a course of action, especially an extreme or undesirable one, to resolve a difficult circumstance.
Examples:
Resort to desperate measures. A last resort. If both countries resort to nuclear deterrence, the consequence could be mutual destruction.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Transport.
A system for moving people or products from one location to another using automobiles, roads, and so on.
Examples:
Transport facilities. Access to public transport. Enhanced rail transportation is crucial for our business.
Platform.
The raised flat space close to the track at a train station where passengers get on or off the train. Technology, a computational or digital environment in which a piece of software is executed.
Examples:
An arrival platform. A digital platform for enterprise. The speaker mounted the platform and started to speak.
Confidential.
Intended to be kept secret.
Examples:
Confidential information. Strictly confidential data. The confidential documents were only available to authorized personnel.
Helpline.
A phone service that provides information, advice, or assistance on a particular subject, often related to health, social services, or counseling.
Examples:
Domestic violence helpline. National helpline. You can call the helpline if you're feeling depressed or anxious.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Attendant.
A person who is employed to provide a service or perform tasks, often in a public place, such as a flight attendant, parking attendant, or hospital attendant.
Examples:
Flight attendant. Personal attendant. The attendant at the parking lot directed me to an available parking spot.
Rural.
Of or relating to the countryside.
Examples:
Rural accents. People in rural areas. Many rural areas are still impoverished.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Gatekeeper.
A person, organization, or system that controls or monitors access to something, often a website, database, or institution. A person or group that controls or regulates access to information, especially for a particular perspective or interest.
Examples:
Gatekeeper role. Information gatekeeper. The company's gatekeeper screened all incoming phone calls and emails to ensure only important ones reached the boss.
Galvanize.
To stimulate or shock someone into taking action, to cover metal containing zinc to protect it from rust.
Examples:
Galvanize steel. Galvanize the country. The motivational speech galvanized the team and gave them the drive to succeed.
Vary.
To become different in terms of size, shape, etc.
Examples:
vary according to the age, vary directly with the price. Maximum heart rates vary a lot for each individual.
Verbal.
Expressed in spoken rather than written words.
Examples:
verbal communication, verbal abuse. The candidate must have excellent verbal skills.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
emotional health, emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
opportune occasion, an opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
roll a ball, roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Addition.
The act or process of adding something to something else, the process of adding numbers.
Examples:
chemical addition, addition of vectors. In addition, private corporations provide healthcare services.
Awareness.
The fact or state of knowing something exists and is important.
Examples:
awareness of my ignorance, raise public awareness. There has been a gradual but steady rise in environmental awareness.
Enforcement.
The act of ensuring that rules, regulations, or laws are obeyed or implemented. The act of applying force or pressure to compel compliance with rules or laws.
Examples:
enforcement action, enforcement officer. The enforcement of the new traffic laws led to a decrease in accidents.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
religion sociology, freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Embrace.
To accept something willingly and enthusiastically. Noun, the act of clasping another person in the arms as in greeting or affection.
Examples:
embrace an opportunity, a warm embrace. The woods embrace the house.
Remotely.
At a distance, not directly or easily accessible.
Examples:
remotely operate, control remotely. The company can remotely access its employees' computers for troubleshooting purposes.
Persist.
To continue to do and refuse to stop something despite difficulties or opposition, even if it appears unreasonable.
Examples:
persist over time, persist in success. Consult your doctor if the symptoms persist.
Inspiration.
Something that motivates or encourages someone to create or achieve something, or a feeling of excitement or creativity.
Examples:
source of inspiration. Get inspiration from nature. He found inspiration in the works of his favorite authors.
Courage.
The ability to face danger, difficulty, uncertainty, or pain without being overcome by fear or despair. The quality of being brave or courageous.
Examples:
mental courage. Inspire courage. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe is right.
Determination.
The quality of being persistent and purposeful. The act of finding out the exact nature or essence of something.
Examples:
a steely determination. Determination of a DNA sequence. His determination to succeed was unwavering, even in the face of adversity.
Awe.
A feeling of respect and wonder inspired by someone or something greatly admired.
Examples:
a feeling of awe. In awe of the situation. The awe-inspiring mountains dominate the landscape.
Unbelievable.
Beyond belief or understanding, and extremely surprising.
Examples:
unbelievable beauty. Cause unbelievable damage. He drinks an unbelievable amount of beer.
Strength.
The quality or state of being physically, or sometimes mentally, strong.
Examples:
strength of the economy. Muscular strength. Health and strength are, above all, gold.
Tenacity.
The quality or state of being persistent and determined in the face of difficulties. The quality or property of holding together firmly, tending to adhere or cling.
Examples:
tenacity of purpose. Show tenacity. Her tenacity in pursuing her dreams has inspired many people.
Precarious.
Not securely held or in position, dangerously unstable or uncertain, dependent on chance or uncertain conditions.
Examples:
precarious job. Precarious financial situation. She had a precarious hold on the ladder and was afraid to move.
Spite.
Feelings of anger and resentment, in spite of, also despite, a phrase that is used to indicate that something happened or exists even though there is a particular obstacle or difficulty.
Examples:
bear spite against him. Die in spite of intensive care. He did it out of spite to annoy me.
Adversity.
Difficulties or hardships that someone faces.
Examples:
environmental adversity. Struggling with adversity. The team demonstrated great resilience in the face of adversity and won the game.